And we're live. Hello.
Hey, hey!
Woo!
It's Wednesday
What's
night.
up?
Hello.
It's Wednesday night, so it's shitty movie time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Darius, Raquel, Moira, thanks for coming through. We watched Frogs.
Yep. Just frogs.
People are going to say to themselves, what the hell is Frogs? Yeah, what the hell is Frogs?
It
Weird
wasn't quite what I
ass,
expected.
weird ass movie. That's for sure.
1970s movie with Sam Elliott.
1972. Yeah, without the mustache.
Without gray hair, without the mustache. With
He
no
does still get
cowboy-
his shirt off, though.
No cowboy hat, no vest.
Yeah.
No, he's not
No roundhouse
narrating.
kicks to the face.
He's not narrating anything.
No,
Not drinking golden sodas.
very weird.
Nope. And he's not selling Coors Light. Hello, Thade. Thade?
I
Hey,
think.
Fade.
Greetings,
Hi,
Thade.
Faye.
We're talking about a movie that nobody fucking knows of.
Oh, I told he messaged me earlier, and I said we're watching the Frog movie.
The
What did he
Frog
say?
movie.
That's close enough.
What did he say?
I could hear Sam Elliott saying that to
He
like
said
his
the
wife
Frog
at the
movie
time.
is awesome. He said.
Oh, okay. I could hear Sam
So he's
Elliott like
seen it.
talking to his wife at the time, be like, "I'm getting this movie. I'm gonna be in the Frog movie."
And she's like, I'm going to divorce you.
He's like, I'll be better off without you because I'll be selling Coors Light. I'm gonna be in
Selling
Roadhouse.
golden sodas. Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Roadhouse, 1989. All right. So anyway, Darius, let's go into the beginning of the movie.
So, the movie opens with Sam Elliott taking photographs in the swamp of nature's creatures like frogs and other reptiles.
Oh.
And,
Lots of frogs.
yep. And he's in a red canoe, taking pictures, not interacting, not disturbing the nature, just taking pictures. And he discovers some pollution and garbage in the swamp. And he makes an offhand comment about what a shame it is. He takes pictures of that too. And so we don't really learn anything about his backstory
No,
or
because
anything he's
we're-
done in his life.
you'd have thought that he was like sent there by someone in order to do this investigation, right?
You would think so.
There's no sort of indication later on as the movie goes. Like, they don't really get into like why he was even there. It seems like he was just curious about everything. Or did he
Right.
say he was an environmentalist, or ecologist?
No, I don't
whatever the
I don't think
hell?
so. I don't think so. But considering the movie was made in 1972, which is a time when a lot of hippies from the late 60s were becoming independent filmmakers.
Yeah, that
I
was
took
the
it
discussion we
as-
had while watching this. Yeah, that
Yeah.
it could have been like
I took it-
activist Hollywood. The seeds were planted for activist
Right.
Hollywood. Right?
I took it as a subtle indication from the filmmakers that he was a hippie, like they
What up,
were.
Wookie?
What's
How
up,
you doing,
Wookie?
Hey, Wookie.
Cookie.
And so even though he doesn't give any speech about nature in the movie, he doesn't, talk about
He does. He
his
does.
past.
Though. He kind of does to the old man. Well, we won't get too far, but there is a part where he does get into the. Maybe this will come back to. There's a part where he does say that to him.
Yeah, but he's like low key about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not
He doesn't
shoving
get
a.
all
All right,
PETA about it.
he's not shoving a picket sign in his face. By the way, his name is Picket.
Right.
Right,
And his
right.
name
So
is
that
actually Picket.
that to me was the biggest indication that he was a
The hippie
hippie, even though
movie.
we don't hear about his backstory. What's up,
Oh.
Jens?
Oh,
His
yeah.
name is Pickett Smith, right? So he was probably a protester, and Smith, meaning he's an everyman, right? He's everybody. So
How you doing, Jens?
Well, you read a lot into it.
well, I mean, screenwriters they encode these things into their character names, right? So like
Well, yeah,
the family is
exactly.
the Crockett family, right?
Old man Crockett.
Old man Crockett and all the Crockett kids. Right. You know, and Crockett, of course, was a man who, you know, tamed the land, and he actually became a congressman for I forgot what state that was. State probably knows.
All right,
But
so Sam Elliott is almost friggin' T-boned in a boat by a drunk
speedboat.
guy. By
Yeah.
drunk guy.
Yeah, drunk driving a speedboat, and he almost T-bones the canoe.
All right, that was also a sign right there about like the decadence of
Mm-hmm.
rich family members.
Right, because I
Like,
think Clint, the driver of the boat, was a doctor
and a drunk. He's their boat guy.
and a drunk.
He's
Yes,
their boat guy, and he'll take a 12-pack out there with him to drink on the boat while he has to drive people back and forth to this little like it's like a riverside. It looks like a fucking plantation. I don't know, like
Yeah. Well, it looks like a motel done up to look like a plantation.
yeah. I mean, it looks like a nice place.
The girl on the boat with him, she's like a young blonde in a bandana with aviator sunglasses. At first, I thought that was his mistress, but now I think that was his niece.
His sister? Is it sister or niece or
His
cousin?
his sister or his
4th
niece.
of July. It's like 4th of July weekend.
Yeah. But I think the reason she's there is to draw in Sam Elliott or Pickett, right? Because that's the first girl that he meets in the movie, the girl on the boat. And of course,
Well,
when
she's
he
in the
almost
boat.
gets
Yeah, she's in the boat when they almost run him over. Yeah,
right, and so Clint
she's the
helps
only one
him
who
up.
takes kindly to him when
Right.
they bring him over there. No one else really takes kindly to him but her.
Right, and Clint, you know, for his part, he helps him up out of the water, and then Pickett just pulls him off the boat into the water, which is kind of funny.
Wilson Pickett. He waits for the midnight hour.
I think that one went over my head. Is that who did the song? I'm gonna wait till the
I don't
midnight
know.
hour.
I know the song, but I don't know if it's. I also heard of the band Wilson Pickett, or is it a person? I don't know. I just
Oh,
didn't
wow.
know who did that song.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he did the song Midnight Hour. I didn't even know that. That's pretty sharp.
Also, it's like okay. The frogs. There's so many goddamn close-ups of frogs. I know this movie's called Frogs, right? It's called Frogs. We see 900 close-ups of frogs.
Yep. And we hear him. What's up, Tommy?
When it comes to the animal killings, it's other animals doing the killings.
Right. So what I expected was, especially when I saw the pollution in the beginning and the garbage, I thought it was going to be mutant frogs, mutant
What up,
killer
Tommy?
frogs.
How you doing, Tommy?
Hey, Tommy.
What's up, Tommy?
I wonder if Tommy's heard of this movie.
Yeah, I was expecting big old puppet mutant killer frogs in this movie, mutated by pollution or toxic waste, and that's not what we got. We did get a lot of frogs, though.
No. We had the things about the pesticide though.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, there's a bunch of dead animals out there. There's the empty canisters of pesticide, and there's a dead body out there.
Tommy has a question about the frogs.
No, this is a Florida movie, Tommy. And no,
No.
and we got no indication that the frogs were gay.
Oh my god.
Not yet, anyway.
All right, Moira, Raquel, what did you two think about what the fuck we watched right here?
I still hung up on the fact that woman got bit by a rattlesnake and she was dead in like less than 10 seconds. That is not how that fucking works.
Iris.
You do not die that fast from a rattlesnake bite.
Yeah,
The
Iris
old-
calling
No.
bullshit on that.
The fear of
The
it
old
could have given her
stupid
a
woman
heart
with the
attack and
butterfly
that could have
net.
killed her instantly.
She's
The old
talking
stupid
about
woman-
like hepatotoxicity of snake venom. I didn't know Moira knew so much
with the
about snake venom.
rattlesnakes, you got two kinds of venom that come from the different rattlesnakes. You got your hemotoxic, which obviously starts like a whole bunch of blood clots and fucks you up. And you got your neurotoxic, which fucks up your neurological system, makes your lungs shut down, heart shut down, all the involuntary shit you need to live. Either way, it doesn't do it instantaneously.
Well, also we saw her skin turn blue, like literally, like
That's
3
what it's
seconds
going
after
to
she
call you a
got bit.
hemotoxic issue because the oxygen was not, it's being carried by blood and the blood was starting to clot and fuck up, so she was turning blue and can't breathe. But the fact that she probably died of a heart attack.
These were also
that will kill you instantly almost.
these were also supernatural animals. These were not normal animals. They were
Kind of. We don't see them do anything magical or really overtly supernatural.
Spider kill. The spider kill was supernatural. That was
some weird ass shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
The
it
spider
was a little
kill
ambiguous.
The spider
hate
kill
spiders.
was normal.
I think they just didn't want to wait around and watch a woman slowly die of the fucking snake bite. Honestly.
Yeah. The older woman, Iris, when she gets bit by that rattlesnake, she just immediately turns blue.
She was also falling on her face for 5 minutes before the snake bit her.
Right. All she was trying to do was catch butterflies, which she couldn't even do.
Like an
idiot. I thought it was kind of fucked that they killed her though, because she was too simple-minded to do them any harm.
Have you seen that look on her face when she walks neck first into a vine? And she's like, yeah.
That's my bad. I'm choking myself.
All right, mind you, I did watch this movie one time before, but that was years ago, and I was probably stoned out of my mind, so I didn't remember.
You were stoned, and it was years ago.
And I don't remember that woman walking through the woods and almost strangling herself, almost noosing herself with a vine. Just walking
strangling, but
stupidly through the woods.
No, I think she's like the third victim in the movie, right?
I don't know. I lost count.
Turning
blue. Yeah, same.
Right, wait.
I was kind of in and out.
Which animals got the first kill, though? I'm trying to remember which species got the first. All right. First of all,
those weird ass lizards and the poison gas?
No, that was the second one.
The first was the spiders.
The first was the spiders. Yes, that's right. The first was the spiders. The second one was the lizards in the greenhouse.
Right. Well, so before we get to the kills, though, like a lot of the beginning is setting up all the characters. The big old family, headed up by Old Man Crockett, who's a rich old guy in a wheelchair.
With the blanket over his legs and everything, to let you know that he's, disabled.
Right, and he's a control freak. Other than his two servants that live there, he controls the entire family. He makes them show up like right on time, or else fuck him. He likes being in control, and he likes hunting. He's got heads all over the walls of majestic
boars,
endangered animals. Right.
No wonder the animals didn't like him.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Right. He likes to assert his dominance over nature, but he also likes to assert his dominance over his family too. And when talking about the sound of frogs outside the window, Pickett says that the frog. What's up, Dee Dee?
Hello.
Pickett says that the frogs sound harmonious in the night, whereas Old Man Crockett thinks it sounds cacophonous.
Also, the entire movie, you hear the frogs going on outside. The entire movie, they're inside, and you hear the frogs outside.
Yeah. Oh, and every time they pick up the phone, the line is dead.
Yeah.
From the very beginning.
Yes, that's right. The phone doesn't work from the very beginning that Sam Elliott gets brought to the plantation.
And nobody knows why.
And the frog. Well,
and then we find out later. Yeah, no spoiler yet. Nah, let's not spoil that part.
The end part was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we're only 14 minutes into this discussion, so we got to save that for the because that's like finding out when Bruce Willis was dead at the end of the
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I see frog people. Oh my God. Tommy's on a roll.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, they eat people.
Well, yeah, sort of. So the
Well, they kind of eat one person. Spoiler alert: they kind of eat one person. Would you say
Kinda.
they eat the guy? I don't even know if you would say
I would just say they ravage him.
See, that could be taken as a different term too, because
Well, I mean, they do jump on his butt crack.
stuff does happen in prison involving gang. You know, we
Right.
won't get into that. We didn't watch American Me. We watched
Yeah.
Frogs.
Right. So after we get to know everyone in the family, and we get to know how Old Man Crockett feels about everyone and everything, and about nature, how much he likes control, people start wandering off into the woods, into the swamp, and the first one to go, he wanders off, and you see spiders crawling all over everything, and he runs into these vines. Is it the vines that knock him down,
I couldn't tell what it was.
or was it the frog? 'Cause
Or
the
was it
frogs
the
are always
spiders?
watching.
Or did a
Well,
spider?
the spiders get him.
No,
No,
actually, no, that idiot. Yeah, he shot himself in the leg with a shotgun and fell down.
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah,
that
He's
guy.
running with a shotgun. The
Well,
shotgun
first of
goes
all,
off, shoots him in the leg.
he's tripping over shit before he's he's running into the woods to shoot birds with a shotgun,
Right.
and he's tripping over like vines, whatever the fuck. First of all, all right, during that kill, I was wondering, is this a vine or is it some sort of weird spider web? Because remember when they were killing him, then they started shooting more webbing all over him and like cocooning him, and
Well, they do, and that's on top of all the vines that are covering him from trees and from the ground.
yeah,
I
it's a
skipped
shitty
that
movie.
part because I hate spiders.
Yeah, Raquel tapped away at that moment.
They
It's
didn't
probably
even
good that she
do
did.
anything, though. They didn't even do
Oh,
anything.
oh,
I
they
don't like
did
it.
though.
I don't like I went back and I saw a freaking close up of the spiders. Like nope.
So he shoots himself. You know, he trips. The gun goes off. He shoots himself in the leg. He screams and falls down. And then every time you see him, there's more and more of these twisty vines laid over his body, as if nature itself is covering him with these vines. And then you see spiders crawling down the trunks of the trees. They're crawling all over his body. And you just see layer and layer of web falling, literally falling on top of him, covering him. So he's covered in vines. He's covered in webs.
Going around his neck and like choking him.
Yeah, big old black tarantulas crawling all over his body, crawling on his face. And then they even get some good shots from the camera looking right up into the spiders' faces as they're opening their mouth.
Mm-hmm. That's what I clicked out.
He had an Alex. Yeah, he really shot himself. He really shot himself in the leg. He played. He did he did method acting there and really shot himself in the leg.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin himself.
All right, so the first kill, but before that though, there was the scare in the kitchen where we think we're gonna. They give us a false scare in the kitchen.
Yeah, they faked us out. So
Where
Bella,
they think we're gonna get our first kill, and then no, we don't.
right? So Bella, the black supermodel chick, offers a drink to the maid, and she's like, "Oh, I shouldn't. You know, I'm on the job." And she's like, "Oh, come on, what's it gonna hurt?" And she goes, "Oh, all right. What the hell?" So I thought, oh, she's gonna die. She's drinking on the job. She's gonna be the first to die. And then she goes into the kitchen alone, and we see the snake coming down from the chandelier. Yeah, coiled around it. And we're like, yep, she broke the rules of the horror movie. You know, she got intoxicated while working. She's the first to go. And then while Pickett is talking to Old Man Crockett, we hear a scream, a blood-curdling scream, right? We're like, oh, yeah, she's dead. And they run to the dining room.
And they're all just standing there in the doorway, looking at the snake dangling from the fucking chandelier.
Yeah,
Old Man Crockett takes out a gun, shoots its fucking tail, And then we're
Yeah.
supposed to think that the snake is dead, but then the snake
Right.
really is dead. It's like,
He
come
goes,
on,
Charles,
really?
Charles, take that thing outside.
Yeah.
And Charles doesn't even check to make sure it's dead. He's
No,
just
no.
rolls his
Doesn't even
eyes and
take-
sighs,
doesn't even
grabs
take
a
off
napkin.
Doesn't even take off his shoe and start beating it while it's on the table. Like, no, he just
Right.
picks it up like
Hey,
a
Rick.
dirty sock.
Well, it's funny. You mentioned that everyone got there like lickety split, and Raquel had a good question. Like, how did Old Man Crockett get there so fast? How did he get all the way downstairs in that wheelchair?
Mhm.
Never explained. So they fake this out, you know.
But
This
then,
is
you know,
1972.
yeah, they were trying to go for the slow burn. Is that what it is?
Something like that. I mean, I really think the movie is split in half, and that all of the Nature's Revenge is the second half.
All right, this movie definitely should have been called Nature's Revenge instead of Frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Because they
Well,
brought
there
in
were a lot of
hundreds.
frogs in the movie.
Yeah,
But they
the
brought
frog.
they brought in hundreds of different animals of every species.
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
Yeah, snakes.
just to throw in there for
geckos.
5 seconds. They brought in that crazy ass dinosaur looking turtle at the end of the movie.
right. And every kill is by a different species, but the frogs are always there
Always
supervising.
out there watching. They're always out there watching and
Croaking.
ribbiting. They're
Riveting.
ribbits. See, in the middle of the movie, I was saying the frogs out there ribbiting are hypnotizing all these other animals to go out there and do this shit.
Right, like a hive mind.
That old man pissed off these frogs so much. He pushed them too far, and this is what it's come to. And now
That's
he
what
gets
gets for killing all those majestic animals and polluting the swamp.
And now he gets his comeuppance.
Well, not yet, because let's see what the first kill was the guy who was
spiders.
killed by the spiders, covered in the vines and the webs, and then the second
so
kill.
then, all right, the guy with the horrible wardrobe. He goes into
Kenneth.
he goes out into
Ken-
the green. He goes out to the greenhouse.
That was Kenneth.
He's in the greenhouse for what seems to be like 15 minutes of him walking around. It felt like 15 minutes of him slowly walking around this fucking greenhouse.
Well, he's playing with those scissors, right? And he's basically, he goes in and he starts talking shit to the flowers and the plants in the greenhouse.
And we see on the side there's lizards, all sorts of lizards. There's like little there's monitor lizards, and there's there's big ass. There's everything from like monitor lizards to little tiny ass like geckos, shit like that.
Right. The geckos are climbing down the walls from the ceiling, but then you see the door. Right when he plucks a bud off of a flower and crushes it in his fingers, that's when you see the monitor slips through the open door to the greenhouse, which shuts behind him.
Gathering in there.
Yeah, and it was
we
were
gathering in there before the big ass monitor did.
Right, it was like the nature mafia.
Yeah, reptile mafia. And then as they're gathering around, they knock over all these glass bottles full of poison, labeled poison. Right, which shatter, and you see the gas coming out. And this idiot walks towards every single bottle that was smashed. There's smoke coming up from the ground, and he's walking towards it, like face first.
Yeah, in his red pants and his caballero belt.
And his fucking giant collar.
Yeah, and his thick sideburns. Yeah, and so
it was the 70s pants with those belt. With the belt that was throwing me off.
Oh, that shiny ass like silver belt he had. At first, every time someone in the 70s had those pants, like those are like yeast infection pants.
But they do look a tad bit snug.
Oh God, it's bad. But, all right, I may have been born in the 70s, but I didn't have to live through the 70s fashion.
Oh, my dad did. He used to dress like that back in the day.
Oh, I've seen pictures of my family too. I've seen plenty.
You know
of
what's
pictures.
crazy? I still have all of those 70s clothes,
Oh,
those
God.
flamboyant 70s clothes that my dad used to wear, and they fit
like
me now.
The paisley designs and shit.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Bell-bottom
I
pants.
swear to God, he has paisley bell bottoms that fit me now.
that. Oh, fucking Mr. Furley clothes.
Oh, and a red velvet suit, which I actually do wear
I
sometimes.
didn't like that shirt that guy'd wear, the pastel shirt with the
Oh, no. Fuck that shirt.
white polka dots.
The orange, the creamsicle orange shirt that guy had with the white spots on it.
No, I wouldn't be caught dead in a shirt like that.
All right, I was born in '79, so granted, as a little kid, I did have horrible clothes as a child growing up in the '80s. Yeah, like corduroy fucking overalls and shit, like Oshkosh bagosh shit.
Is that what you wear underneath the hoodies?
Choice. That was my parents' choice. That was not my choice.
Oh yeah, just like all the kids in the '90s who had the bowl cut, right? Like that wasn't their choice. That was the parents that got them that.
Yeah, I was an '80s kid with a bowl cut. That was called homemade haircuts. Like I had the same haircut as like Bruce Lee, but I was like a 4-year-old white kid.
So, yeah, he gets poisoned by the gas, and the monitors get him. All the lizards gang up on him. It's a reptile hit. You surely don't need 70s clothing to come back in style. Will be the end of the world.
I remember people trying to bring back bell bottoms at one point in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. When I was in middle school, I remember that.
And people making Jenko pants didn't help with that fucking cause either. Anywho, back to the movie. This weird ass movie. I wouldn't say this movie is terrible. I'd say it's weird. I would also say it's not a movie to watch sober. I'd say you would have a lot more fun if you were on something.
Oh yeah, dude. If you were a stoned hippie in 1972, yeah, this would be the movie to watch.
Are you sitting when you guys are high right now?
What, one of us?
I may be partaking in a certain substance.
As always, no
I
comment.
can't believe I tripped you guys up with that question.
Possibly.
Yeah, we can never confirm nor deny such things on a live stream.
I mean, I'm not on camera, so. I don't know. What do you think? You think, Raquel, you think this isn't a movie that a bunch of people would sit around fucking passing a joint, be like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? Like,
oh, yeah, this is a movie that, like, Meathead from All in the Family would watch.
What did I just see, man?
You know what I mean? Meathead from All in the Family would be like, oh, yeah, man. Dude,
oh, yeah, but you know what?
Meathead fighting back, man.
Meathead from All in the Family wouldn't see this movie as a joke. He would take this movie seriously.
Yes,
and try to make, like, a fucking cause out of it. He wouldn't see this like the way I'm doing this right now.
You're like, yeah, that's right. Nature's fighting back, man. Archie would be like, shut up, you idiot.
Arch, the frogs, Arch.
You know what you are, Archie? You're old man Crockett. That's what you are.
You're racist against frogs, Arch.
I ain't racist against frogs. They stay on their side, I stay on mine, and everyone's happy. I just ain't gonna invite no frogs over for dinner.
Yeah, see?
Only watching if I was drunk. No frogs' legs, that's for sure.
You know, I've had frog's legs before.
Oh yeah, me too. They're pretty good. Not great.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, they do. They do. Alligator tastes a lot like chicken. Not exactly like chicken, Pretty close.
Guys.
Damn it, I was muted again. Anyway, I was gonna say frog legs taste kind of like fishy chicken. Like it's fishy, but it also kind of has the same texture that like boiled or cooked chicken wings do. Like that kind of meat, but bigger.
Also looks a little weird and like veiny. Like a little
It does. It does look a little weird and veiny. I'm not gonna lie. It does. But I've had it. It's not bad.
Have you ever had gator?
As a matter of fact, yes.
I don't think I've ever had
I'm
that.
hoping to have rattlesnake at some point, but I've not seen one yet.
Rattlesnake.
Oh yeah, just cut it below where the venom sac is, so you don't get poison in anything. Nothing roast that bitch.
Like fugu? Japanese
Yeah,
blowfish?
roast it. You just like kind of cut it down the middle, I'm reckoning, and you kind of, yeah.
So all these rich people could have just went around their house and like killed all these animals and just eaten them.
Yeah, but they didn't know what was happening until it was too late. They went off one by one, and they got picked off by nature. All the
there also
species
was
in
a
the swamp.
There also was a rattlesnake there.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
the one
Look,
that took
so-
a woman instantly.
Yes.
basically.
Iris
But-
was the third victim. She was out there with her butterfly net, wandering around. And
Aimlessly.
yeah.
Oh, like an
And
idiot.
so,
Her family
Right.
was just cool. Her family was just cool with it too.
you know what? I realize now why that she walks neck first into that vine. That is an implication of the snakes that get her a moment later.
You mean that
Oh, shit.
foreshadowing shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
foreshadowing.
Yo, you just broke it down, dude.
Yeah, because then she's like humph with a look of utter contempt as she
So it
walks
was-
around the vine.
All right, it was also along the same lines of when they're ready to have their cake. What happens? Their American flag cake.
Yeah,
all of
it
a
gets
sudden, the
covered in
frogs jump
frogs.
all over the cake.
Right.
Such a
That was
waste of
symbol,
cake.
and they even went back to the shot, so that was their symbolism. This
Right.
movie was
I'm glad
definitely
you
made.
said symbolism.
It's
Good
one of
God,
the most
this
on
movie
the
was
nose.
Thank you
This
really hard
movie,
for that.
this movie. Now that we're all breaking it down, this movie was definitely made by fucking Vietnam War protesters. It definitely.
Oh
was.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. And so
Yeah.
it's one of the most on the nose symbols in the movie. The cake
What?
has an American flag and it gets covered in frogs as they encroach in on the plantation.
Are you saying ominous?
On the nose, one of the most overt symbols
Oh,
is the
on
cake.
the nose. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
on the
you were
nose.
being weird with your. I don't know what the fuck I thought you were doing.
And speaking of on the nose, when Iris falls down in the swamp, she gets attacked by the snake, bites her right in the face. It goes whoosh, and the rattlesnake, but it's the same rattlesnake that Slasher noticed earlier in the movie had been defanged.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well,
And now we know
yeah.
why.
They have a close up of the snake too. They have a huge close up of the snake while its mouth is open, hissing, and you can see it's defanged.
Which I didn't notice, but he noticed. And so it's the same rattlesnake that bites her on the face later in the movie. And as Moira noticed, she instantly turns blue.
Yeah.
She rolls over, her whole face
Yeah.
is blue, and she
That's
is
some lack of
dead.
oxygen, but it would not happen that fast unless
Right.
they are not giving us a proper idea of how fast, like the time, like is there
Also,
time lapse
would-
in it, you know?
but
They're not really
Moira also, would the spiders be able to fucking like jizz web all over that guy the way they did? Like it was a fucking bukkake video. Like,
Yes.
ooh.
Oh my god!
It was a
like,
I
Spider-Man
didn't see
bukkake.
that part, and I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that.
Like I don't know if spiders like do if they can do it like that with their
I
webbing.
honestly don't know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Moving on.
Hey, they did a good job with the
He doesn't
leeches
want-
on Iris's
he
face, though.
doesn't
'cause
want any more spider talk.
right before the
No,
rattlesnake gets her,
I'm talking about-
Yeah, the leeches.
Iris is covered in leeches, and she pulls them off, and they got those big red, areas where the
Yeah,
leech was. That was pretty
that's
good
like-
Which
makeup.
is weird because it looks like they burned her, and that's not how they work.
Yeah.
Right.
They have tiny little suction spots. It would not leave long burn.
All these creatures are supercharged. All these creatures.
It's
Right.
not that
They're-
super
it's
stuff.
super nature.
Somebody who's just never been around those animals.
Right. Like
Or
Slasher
study.
said, it's like supernatural in the sense that these are like super animals. and it's
They're
super
super
nature,
smart.
but
And
nothing
I think
like
it's supposed to
magical
be-
happens.
I think it's
You just
supposed to
don't
be
leave
the
that
pesticide. The pesticide mutated them somehow to have
Okay,
these powers. That's what I think it was.
Uh,
It did something to make these things fight back in the name of nature. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
self-awareness can do that.
So who's the
All right.
next guy? Was the gator guy? The guy that
Yeah.
got attacked
the
by
gator.
the
Yeah, 'cause he was
gators?
looking for the old video, I think.
Oh man, that guy walked right. That first gator, he just casually strolled right by that first gator, and
He
it
was
just,
behind a shrub.
that's what it was. Yeah, because he was out there looking for the old woman, the idiot old woman with the butterfly.
Iris, yeah.
Oh man, that thing came so fucking close to him too, and it's following him.
Yeah, hiding behind a bush. He doesn't see it and walks right past the gator, and then it follows
Well,
him.
how often do y'all look behind a bush before you pass it?
I mean, if there's a gator there, I hope I would notice it.
Yeah, I'd tread a little more carefully in those sorts of areas.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
And it
I
knocks
don't
him
know,
down into
when
the water. Oh.
When everywhere you turn, there's a fucking snake hanging from a branch. Like, I don't know, when they went out, when this old idiot woman went out into the woods, almost every branch she walked by had a fucking snake hanging from it, whether she noticed it or not.
Mhm. But we
I don't know.
noticed.
I don't know. Moira kept saying she felt bad for her. I didn't feel bad for her. She's an
Well,
idiot.
the woman seemed like she was kind of senile, and someone should have been looking after her.
She was looking for butterflies.
Yeah, she was
In
just trying to
woods
trying to
full
get
of
butterflies.
alligators
She
and
was trying to-
snakes. She's an idiot.
Jeez, man.
Yeah,
I hope,
yeah.
you, I
So
hope you never
they
take care of a
they felt
retirement
bad for
home.
the old woman because she seemed kind of simple.
Yeah, she was kind
and,
of simple-minded. Like, she didn't mean no harm.
Yeah, but tell that to the butterflies.
It was like being a kid. She was just trying to go
Yeah,
out
what
and
was
find
she gonna do to
butterflies.
those poor butterflies? What would she do to those poor
She probably
butterflies?
would catch them and let them go. What she looked like she was going to do?
I
You
don't know.
Come on, dude.
Did you
I
not
know.
see Grandpa's fucking house?
So?
Grandpa had like severed boar's
She
heads
doesn't.
and
She
elk
Lions.
heads and
That was part of
lions.
his toxic
Maybe
monster
she
wisdom
took up-
trying to
maybe
show
she
through
took
to
up this
compensate
thing
for his
and-
little dick.
She'd be like one of those people that will pin a butterfly to a fucking piece of glass, put it in there.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
Lord. There was nothing that indicated that she did that.
Yes, there was her family.
I'm
Doesn't mean she had to.
I'm saying maybe
Exactly. Not
maybe
everybody
it
is
was
like
in
their
her to do
family,
that.
dude. Are you
Maybe
like
it was
your
in
family?
her. No,
She wasn't a
Then
very
shut
well
the
fleshed
fuck
out
up, honey.
character.
no,
You know
I'm not
that
gonna
she-
shut
somebody's
the
like one way.
I'm not gonna shut up. No.
Look,
This
she
woman
she
was
wasn't a
idiot.
very well fleshed out character. We don't know much about Iris.
Yeah,
Just
but
that she
so far
wanted
as
to
we
collect
can
some
tell,
butterflies.
She seems kind of simple-minded.
Exactly.
It's
So
Maybe,
you know, the
doesn't mean she's a
simple-minded
bad
people
person.
are always the easy targets in these movies.
Well, what she should have done is run back to the house, but she didn't.
She got
fell in with
lost
the
and
leeches.
disoriented because she probably has early-stage Alzheimer's.
No,
Aw.
what she should have done was not go to 4th of July weekend at the plantation.
She was probably told to go because she probably can't be home by herself.
Oh, that's why it was an American
You're
cake.
making so many
4th of
excuses.
July.
Dumb woman, Moira. You're making so many excuses.
So wait a minute.
The old biddy.
Wait, I just thought of something. So it was a birthday party they were celebrating at the plantation, right? But it was also the 4th of July, which is why there was an American flag cake. So it's symbolizing America's birthday. Because it was actually somebody's
over the
birthday.
South?
Maybe.
Was it celebrating America's victory over the South? Is that what?
No, I don't think it was celebrating America's victory over the South because a little later in the movie they put the bunting out across all of the balconies, and it's like, you know, red, white, and blue bars, and they start
what-
whistling Dixie.
Oh yeah. And then they have a log. I thought we were gonna get into the log competition. We didn't get to see it.
No, they play croquet a little bit.
Okay, wait, hang on one second. What is this movie? All right, I know of this movie. What
That's
is
Lake Placid.
this? There you go. Okay.
It took me a second to focus because I was writing something else. And I was like, oh, let's see.
I was mistaking that with the fucking one with Samuel L. Jackson eaten by the shark.
Snakes
what
on
I
a
was-
plane.
No.
Oh no,
the
he's thinking
shark.
of Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, there you go. That one. Where he's giving a speech and a shark jumps out of the water and eats him. That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Deep Blue Sea.
you said it. Deep Blue Sea.
no. Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
it's Deep Blue Sea.
yeah. My bad.
Wait, all right. That fucking Betty White one, is that the one with Bridget Fonda is a really, really annoying woman? Bridget Fonda is really annoying in
does
that
not-
movie.
That doesn't narrow it down. Yeah, wait, yeah, Blake Placid. Yeah, she's in there, but yeah,
Like Placid. Okay.
yeah. It's Bill Pullman,
Bill Pullman and her. Yes.
Bridget
Okay.
Fonda. I forget who
I
else.
forget who
It's been a
else.
long
Yeah.
time since I've seen that movie.
I couldn't.
Bridget Fonda's whole thing is being really hot and really annoying at the same time,
Oh, she's gotta have something going for her.
right? Just
Oh,
like
what
in
the
Jackie
hell
Brown.
was the last movie that she was in?
Nobody knows.
Does Bridget
Jackie
Fonda's
Brown? I don't
agent even know?
No, but it's been like 20 years since I think I've seen her in anything. I know
Okay, what was
Darius
the
is
one?
already looking it up.
I'm trying to think. What's the fucking one with the one where her roommate tries to like steal her identity? They used to play it on cable.
That's I forget the
Single
name
white
of that.
female.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, yeah. I think that's the first movie I remember Bridget Fonda from.
I just remember her from Jackie Brown.
I've
Or
not.
she's
seen
Melanie. The
Yeah,
surfer
she's the
chick.
one De Niro just turns around and shoots in the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
that. Dang.
Because she's
Yeah.
annoying him. Yeah.
Yeah. She just like answers the phone and smokes a bong all day and you know. And she
Somebody
just,
the head over that seems excessive.
right as soon as Samuel L. Jackson walks out the door, she turns to De Niro. She's like, "My fuck." Yeah,
I
sure.
thought you were.
Why
I
not?
thought right now. Raquel is like, "What the fuck is everyone talking about?"
The phone rings. He just stares at her. And she's just
Or
like,
is-
"What?
Wait,
You gonna get that?"
Is Lake Placid a good bad movie to do?
Yes.
Is that a
It's
good
like
bad?
the movie you just showed, but better.
As long as not Camp Crystal Lake.
I mean, Friday 13th.
Yeah.
No, Lake Placid is like what is it? Like a giant.
It is a
Like a
huge,
fucking-
like 80-foot alligator.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fucking huge, and apparently Betty White even fed her husband to it. That's the first time.
Are
that
there
movie was
any
the first
others?
time I ever heard Betty White cuss. I was like, did I just see that?
Are there any other sort of monsters in that one, or is it just the whole thing's based around a giant alligator? I just saw the
Giant
beginning
ass
of the
alligator.
movie.
Ain't that enough?
No, I'm just saying, like, but maybe the giant alligator has to fight other giant, underwater creatures.
This isn't Godzilla.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
it
they
looks-
should have made it Lake Placid too.
I think
It looks
there is.
like Bridget Fonda hasn't acted since 2002.
And like I said, I
Wow.
ain't seen nothing in 20 years.
Yeah. Well, you were
I
correct.
didn't know I was that on spot on, but
You
dang,
were exactly right on the spot.
that's unusual for me. I can mark the calendar.
Oh, wait. Tommy gives us an answer. There are 3 Lake Placid movies.
Oh, good Lord.
Wait, Lake Placid 1 through 3, then the final chapter. Lake Placid versus Anaconda. No, don't tell me. Versus that Anaconda from the fucking movie Anaconda. Is that what it is?
He said those
Uh,
movies were
that-
so bad.
That was a good bad movie. Anaconda. I'd love making fun of that movie. John
The
Voight.
crook fights an anaconda in the 5th.
John Voight is so awesomely terrible in Anaconda.
I believe they got John Voight.
Anaconda's. Well, you got a terrible accent too in that movie.
Can you say the word bad properly? Like East Coast. Bad. Those movies were so bad.
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 Bad. Bad,
bad.
bad, bad.
It's all bad.
No, he's supposed to be from what does he say? Paraguay. I'm from
Oh
Paraguay.
God. Void?
And he keeps talking about anacondas. And he's got this, yeah.
No
Oh my
way.
God. He's putting on these fucking really terrible facial expressions the whole movie. It's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, that is, well, not appropriation, but yeah, getting Voight to do a Uruguayan guy or Paraguayan, so bad.
Well, we get snakes in this movie too. Like, we get plenty of snakes in this movie.
Yeah. No, we got rattlesnakes, and then
Oh,
it was
what's
really
the
the
snake,
smooth
yeah,
black snake that Moira was like, oh, that one's poisonous.
But then there's the other
those are like those water viper things.
water moccasins.
Water moccasin, thank you.
Yeah,
I was like water viper. I couldn't, for some reason, couldn't think of it.
Yeah, so everyone wants to leave the island, and the help decides to.
Oh,
to
yeah.
bail.
Well,
And-
Old Man Crockett's like, no, I knew that some of them were killed in the swamp, but I didn't want you to know because I didn't want it to ruin your
everyone's
day.
He said something
so
along the
messed
lines
up.
of that. He's like, I didn't want to upset everyone's day.
Right.
If there
And
was
so,
white privilege, that dude has it right there.
well, yeah, that's the funny thing in that scene because he tells the maid and the butler that you can leave. All right, the family's gonna stay here, but you can leave. And
But
And
then
then he
later on,
tells-
he tells his family to fuck off.
well, yeah, but at this point, he also he tells the fiance, who's the black supermodel, that she can leave too. So basically, he's telling all the black characters that they can leave. Right.
Well, first of all,
Well,
he's very mouthy towards the black supermodel. He doesn't seem to enjoy her company. And then,
that dude
they
was
let-
probably born in 1900.
yeah,
Right.
they let you. They
Almost
give
like he
you an
doesn't-
indication why, because
Right. Almost like he doesn't want his son or nephew to marry her.
yeah.
So he's like, you guys can all fuck off. But of course, they need Clint, the boat guy, the drunken boat guy, to take them away from the island. So the four of them get into the boat and they head off across the water.
And then his wife or girlfriend or whatever. That was the funny part. Is that his wife or girlfriend or whatever says to Old Man Crockett? He's like, well, how soon should he be back? And he's like, it depends on how many beers he took with him.
Yeah. We know that's right. And she pretty much agrees. Like, yeah. good point.
And then she gets worried. Then she's like, oh shit, you're right. I mean,
so
yeah,
he takes them all the way around. Okay.
it was kind of a comedy too, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, in moments.
I don't know if it was intentional or not,
But yeah, so he takes him off in the boat over to I don't know. Looks like a toll booth or like a tackle shack or something.
yeah. Like
They got
right, not very far from. It doesn't look like it's very far from where they are, or, where the plantation was.
Right, I think it's on the other side of the water from the island. So he takes him to the other shore because they're all getting off with their suitcases. Right?
Yeah,
and
but
that's when the
when-
birds
But
start.
when she sees that something's going on, she seems to be very close to the area when she walks over and she gets killed. Spoiler. First of all, what killed her? Well, I forget what killed. Oh, that giant turtle. Yeah, she gets killed by the giant turtle.
What? I must have left the room for that one.
Oh, you missed some like prehistoric looking turtle.
Yeah, it was a big old alligator snapping turtle. And it's
Oh, yeah.
huge, big old shell, kind of like Toka from Secret of the Ooze. And
Say,
so, well, when they get to that other shore, the birds start swarming in, right? And then they come down over the mansion, and they start shitting midair too. And the wife,
You
Jenny,
actually see the shit dropping from these birds too. That was pretty funny.
projectile shitting. she's like, freaking out, but she pulls out her binoculars, right? And so she sees that, the birds are attacking, but then the what got, I remember the eel, but what is it that got all the 4 on the boat.
See, I don't know because they kept throwing in different things too. I remember one point there was crabs.
What?
Yeah, briefly there were crabs.
All right. Also, during going back to the spider kill, they decided to throw in a random scorpion crawling across
Right.
that dude's arm.
Yeah. Amid all of the big old tarantulas, there's one scorpion.
Yeah, sorry, Raquel. Sorry to go back to the spider thing.
But that's sort of the, what we see is that every kill is done by a different species, sometimes more than one, right? But
And the frogs are sending them out there. The frogs are hypnotizing all of these creatures to go out there.
The frogs are the dons. They're always watching and supervising all of the hits.
Exactly.
And so I don't remember I don't quite remember how they end up falling in the water once they get off the boat on the other side, because the birds come in, and then I remember once Clint falls in the water, that big old eel or snake comes after him in the water and gets
right
him.
off the branch on his neck, and because they stopped the boat while they're out of there.
Yeah.
All right, first of all, old man Crockett. All right, it's nothing but Sam Elliott, Joan Van Ark, and 2 little kids left. Yes, there were 2 little kids there the whole time.
Well, because the wife Jenny, when she sees them all get killed with her binoculars, and she races off after them, and she gets killed by the snapping turtle.
I'm still stuck on the birds. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the birds because
the birds don't actually kill anyone, though.
Huh?
The frogs are hypnotizing with their gay stares. the birds, birds don't actually kill anyone.
No, but there was a song stuck in my head when you were talking about them.
Put your number 2s in the air if you did it on them.
Is that a reference to The Birds by Hitchcock?
No.
Oh, don't play a song.
Oh, yeah, it does. But the ship doesn't.
Copyright claim.
Yeah, the ship doesn't actually kill anyone.
No, but like shitted on them.
Yeah, they do. They shit all over Jenny.
Think of Nicki Minaj singing that. I was like, oh my god.
No, they didn't mean to take footage of those birds shitting so much because they cut away very quickly.
So that was just a happy accident.
The birds couldn't stay still like most of the other animals in the movie, I bet you. So.
Tommy thought you were gonna freestyle, Moira.
No, nobody wants that.
I think Tommy does.
No.
Whoa.
So
no more
freestyle. No, I'm stuck at freestyling. No, at least I assume so. I never tried it, but I assume.
Did anyone notice he actually left?
I was waiting for you to come back. I think I asked you something.
Yeah, I saw it says BRB.
Yeah, because I mentioned the spider part again, and I mentioned how there was a random scorpion, like all of a sudden in the scene there. They decided to plant a scorpion on the guy's arm. So they were trying to get as much animals as they could in this movie.
I don't know if there's scorpions in Florida, are they?
Are there rattlesnakes
everywhere?
in
There's
Florida?
scorpions everywhere.
Are there rattlesnakes? Does Florida have rattlesnakes? I thought rattlesnakes were more desert area.
Why don't we ask a Floridian?
Yeah,
Tommy's in Florida, right?
Tommy, you got rattlesnakes out there?
I know there's guinea pigs in Florida.
Well,
those are the ones you really got to worry about.
And there's gators.
Yeah, dude, that guy that got killed by the gator, he got killed by 2 gators, right? And he's wrestling one of them like he's Steve Irwin, as you pointed out.
First of all, as soon as he realized there was a gator like right up against his leg, then all of a sudden he grabs that shit and he does the gator roll to the gator. He does that. He's literally rolling around on the ground. Like, I wonder if that particular actor was actually like a gator wrestler. Like, we got him for this specific part of the movie.
It might have been a stunt double because you don't really see his face at that point. Once he starts rolling around with the gator.
Yeah. All right. Tommy says there's no rattlesnakes, but there are water moccasins. Yeah, they were throwing in water moccasins at the end.
Mm-hmm.
A drunk guy gets nipped by the water moccasin.
No
Yeah.
one takes a nip.
Hey, Bone.
Oh, hi, Bone.
What up,
Lots of
Bone?
hugs to you, darling.
How you doing, bro?
I should send him a hug.
And pythons and anacondas. And Moira says, my
Anacondas.
anaconda don't want none.
As John Voight would say, anacondas.
So yeah, like you said, Slasher, once Jenny gets snapped by the turtle, there's really only 5 people left.
The two little kids who are, they blew up something in the forest before that angered the frogs. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought someone was shooting at him, but it was just them lighting off fireworks. Right? Something like that.
All right, so Sam Elliott, Joan Van Ark, and the kids leave the island.
Right.
Their
And
boat
they
is
leave Old Man
interrupted
Crockett
by
there.
their boat is interrupted by snakes, and then all of a sudden Sam Elliott goes hardcore. So he takes his
Takes his shirt off.
He grabs the oar. He starts bashing the shit out of all the snakes in the water.
He gets all the way out of the boat in the swamp, like chest deep, in order to pull his canoe back out, and the snakes come after him in the water.
There's like a bunch. There's like fucking like 5 or 6 of them that are blocking the boat. He's just wailing away at them.
Right, and since his name is Pickett, I thought he might have gotten his experience bashing people in the heads on the picket line and the hippie protests.
Hitting cops with picket signs.
Yep. Because he's smashing him. He's like going crazy on him with no shirt, of course. Because he always took his shirt off in every movie before, I don't know, Big Lebowski.
He had to show that he was a young coming up sex symbol.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be selling Chorus Light in 20 years.
I was hoping he'd roundhouse kick the snakes in the head.
So, okay. They're out of there. They're out of there. And we get Old Man Crockett in the mansion. And then, spoiler alert, we get our frogs. We finally get our frogs.
Yep. And Slasher asked me, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to Old Man Crockett? I was like, since the frogs have been supervising all the other hits, I think the frogs are going to get Old Man Crockett themselves.
It's funny that you call it hits, too, because the frogs are literally putting out hits on people.
Yeah, they are. You got Jimmy the Snake and, Santino the Spider. Right?
We got Bobby the Water Moccasin.
Sal the Stepping Turtle.
We got Mario the Monitor Lizard.
And the frogs are there supervising.
We got Gary the Gator. Gary the Gator coming in. And then they pile on the old man.
Before that, you could hear him louder and louder as he sits alone in the house. And then the phone rings. The phone lines have been dead for the entire movie.
Here we go. The phone. This is what we were building up to, everybody. The phone rings.
And the phone lines have been dead. Every time picks a phone up.
Sam Elliott. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. Sam Elliott has been trying to use the phone the whole movie.
And it's been dead.
It's been dead mysteriously the whole time. Oh, man. Old Man Crockett gets a phone call.
Yes, Bone. It was a rotary phone.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was 1972.
They were all rotary phones.
It was 1972.
Every phone in the movie was a rotary phone.
Bone also hates frogs. Well, Bone, would you like it if frogs gave you a phone call? and started riveting into the phone.
Yeah, because he picks up the phone, and all you hear is ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And it was like we're like, it's the frogs. They called him. They called his ass. And the camera cuts to outside. One of those phones, you
A
know,
hanging a hanging payphone.
old timey payphone, right? And the mouthpiece is just dangling there, surrounded by frogs.
Oh my god.
So he puts
And that's it for. Oh my god.
Well, he puts the phone down and he looks around the room at all of the animal heads on the wall: the deer, the goat,
And it's
the bear,
haunting, and they're all
the
haunting.
tiger. Yeah, and yeah, the camera gets real close and he can hear the cries of the animals one by
And
one in his head.
And more frogs start to pile around the shelves. The shelves
Yep.
of his room that he's in.
Yeah, filled with frogs in the room. And the camera closes in on his face and pans around as he just stares at all the animals. And then he gets up and he falls forward, face down on the ground.
And then frog pile on.
They cover his ass. Literally, one of them jumps right onto his butt crack.
Yeah, so we don't know if it ends like if it's an episode of Oz, but with frogs instead of prison inmates.
Right. It's like I said, we don't see them, kill him, but they ravage him.
And then we get a shot of the plantation from the outside lit up, and then the lights go out. And then the end credit music. Oh no, there's no fucking music. It's just frogs chirping in the background.
Yep. The credits roll and all you hear
Holy shit.
is the ribbiting of frogs.
This movie was even more insane the second time I saw it. Oh my god. All right.
But-
yeah. So
It came full circle.
anyone want to, from what they could stand or watching the movie, go ahead. Just what you took away from it.
I'll tell
Go
you
ahead.
what, I did not hate this movie, believe it or not. Like I said, it came full circle. It set up the pacing was a bit of an issue because it's split in half, right? And all of the revenge of nature happens in the second half, but it does set up everything that pays off, and it pays off everything it sets up. The acting was not terrible. It had pretty decent acting for most of the actors, and yeah, it comes full circle. Some things were a little predictable, some things were a surprise, but basically everything was beat for beat what you would want in a movie like that. If that's the movie that you were gonna make, not that I would, but if I was, it essentially did everything you needed to do.
Yeah, especially in 1972.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, I kind of agree with the, if you're gonna, the acting was pretty good in this movie. If you're gonna go into the positives of this, the acting was pretty good.
There was a lot of symbolism in the movie, but I found it easy to read, so they didn't have to come out and say anything. They didn't have to draw attention to it. It was set up in a way that you got what they were getting at. Right, even with Pickett, he was obviously, the macho hippie of the movie, but they don't have to tell us that. We get that from what little we see him do.
Yeah, you could call him a macho hippie.
He was. He absolutely was. But he doesn't have any didactic speech in the movie. They don't have to get political, right? Because the politics is sort of the environmental message of the movie, which is hidden in the revenge of nature, right? It's there in the movie. It doesn't have to be spelled out for you like you're a child.
I say this movie came out today,
Yeah,
You-
someone would have
you
a
know,
line like, "Well, you
you know,
fucked with nature."
you know the people who the Twitter mobs of people, they would be gathering up to be like, like the
Oh, dude.
people who made the movie would be gathering up their mobs to protect their message.
Right, yeah. And if they made that movie
1972
today,
didn't have that. 1972 didn't have that outreach.
I would say if they made this movie within the last 5 years, there would be a Trump character in it.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Old Man Crockett would be the Trump character. He would look and sound like Trump. All the characters would be based around the Trump family. That's what they would do if they made it.
Absolutely. Yeah. There'd be some sort of political slant to that.
Right. There'd be something about a wall. We got to build a wall around the plantation.
Yeah.
Keep all the frogs out.
Yeah. Oh, his staff members.
Can't keep all the frogs out.
Are you kidding me? His servants, his staff would have had a way bigger part and would have had way more speeches.
Oh yeah, well they would have taken over the hero role from Pickett.
They'd have been out there with a shotgun shooting all the frogs, probably.
Yeah. And then they would have got arrested, wrongfully accused.
But please, let's not give Hollywood ideas for Frogs Part 2. Please. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It'd be called Frog Day Afternoon.
Frog Day Afternoon. Every frog has its day.
Well, some frogs have been known to change their sex in nature if the environment is in need of it. We learned that from Jurassic Park.
All right, Raquel, from what you saw this movie, what the hell is your final take on like everything that we saw this shit?
It was strange but interesting.
Yeah.
And you had to tune out as soon as the spiders came in.
Yeah,
That was
I
it?
didn't want to see that.
You did see the spiderweb bukkake?
Nope, no thanks.
Web cocky.
Yeah.
Really?
Just layer and layer of webs filling on that guy.
No, thank you. I don't want to see any close-ups of spiders.
All right, but what about the close-ups of the frogs? Like, come
That's
on,
fine.
there was 900 close-ups of frogs in this movie.
It's a lot of frogs.
Like the first 30 minutes of the movie was half close-ups of frogs, half rich people talking, and then it got kind of interesting. So, Moira, from what the hell you saw this?
Huh?
From what the hell you saw of this? Like,
I've
you
seen
said
worse, but
you said
darn
you
it, I've
seen
seen
worse.
better. Man,
What?
you definitely know it was low budget. They didn't have anywhere but there to film.
Oh, they definitely didn't have to pay much on location. You know, they were at the same place the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
That probably saved quite a bit of money.
Yes, this was a very low budget movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
But some of the animals were pretty well trained.
Before I wrap this up, let's see. IMDb can tell me the budget for this one. Oh yeah, I'm sure all those animals are well trained. Let's see if they tell us a budget for this one. Probably not. No? No budget. This was a no-budget movie, everybody. It didn't cost any money to make, nor did it make money. Any sort of money. Let's see. Nope. All right, wait. Due to the film's low budget, no live birds were used for the bird attack scene. Blah 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 blah. Just tell me the goddamn budget for this movie.
Wow, it's not listed anywhere.
You think they're ashamed?
Ha! I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I can't find anything about the budget.
There wasn't anything on Wikipedia about it. Now I see there's nothing about it on IMDb. So, yeah, the financials on that are tucked away somewhere.
It's made for $382. I don't know.
It cost 380 lizards
Huh.
and 582 frogs.
Yeah, I think Moyer pointed out that some of those shots of the frogs were
Were
reused
repeated.
footage. Yeah.
I believe it. But yeah. All right, that was Frogs. It was a movie. It was filmed. There was actors in it.
There was frogs in it.
There was plenty of frogs. I like the Screen Actors Guild. If there was a bunch of frogs that had Screen Actors Guild cards in this movie, they made a killing because there's a lot of them in it. A lot of lizards too. But yeah, I'll be back next week with more bullshit. So we'll
Yeah.
go down the line here. Thank you, Darius, for coming through.
Hey, thank you for inviting me again. I appreciate it. This is fun. This is I look forward to this every week.
Oh, I'm glad someone does. But yeah, tell us about Darius.
Yeah, no, I didn't do my Monday night show this week. I was not feeling well. Still not really feeling well, but I figured, hey, if I can't sit down and watch a movie, then you know, what am I good for? But yeah, you can check me out on my channel. I'll put the link in here. And yeah, no, you know, Slasher, I like having him on my show, Moira and Raquel, like having them on the show. Just like to do a hangout stream Monday nights at 8 after Tommy. That was the time slot I chose. I don't know, I might do some different time slots in the future now that my weekends have opened up. But yeah, we'll see. So watch Tommy on Monday and then come hang out with us on my channel. And yeah, we'll have a good time.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming through. As usual. Moira,
Yes, dear.
we's wrapping this up.
It's been fun. It's been real. I love y'all.
Tell us about Moira.
They know me. These
What if
poor
they don't?
bastards already know me.
I know. I'm trying to do the host thing.
I don't know.
I'm doing my Johnny Carson thing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's a dated reference. I know.
Oh no, it's okay. I get the reference. That's a good thing. I don't really have anything to say.
YouTube,
Oh.
Twitter,
Huh?
TikTok.
TikTok.
I guess we did
I
our. We did YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, right?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, this is my YouTube channel right there. So, yeah. TikTok is Maura McCabe 81, all one word and number. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I doubt anybody here has TikTok. Well, Bone has TikTok.
I'm sure more people in the chat have TikTok than I do.
Maybe. But I'm mostly trying to collect Oklahomans right now.
And Raquel, thank you for coming and hanging out.
Oh, I am glad I made it.
I'm gonna do this
Uh,
every. I'm gonna do this every Wednesday. I'm gonna find a different
Alright.
weird movie.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm gonna do most probably Funhouse Shenanigans tomorrow because I didn't do last week because just really tired. Also, I am possibly doing a Karate Kid marathon movie this weekend as well. So look forward to that.
Oh, what?
Karate Kid. Karate
What
What
the
Kid
is-
hell?
movie marathon.
Oh, Karate Kid.
Oh, I was like, Cardi Kid?
No,
I thought you
Karate
said
Kid.
karate.
I thought you said Cardi
Yeah.
Kid. I was like, please don't tell me there's like a child version of Cardi B out there doing some sort of shit, please.
Karate.
Okay, okay.
It means open hand, but it might as well mean open mind. Sorry, that's
Wait,
from
first
Grand
Karate
Theft
Kid?
Auto.
All three movies, I think.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. So you could watch Cobra Kai after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
I've been hearing good things about it.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is fucking awesome. They get better every season, actually. My opinion. But thank you guys for coming through.
You're welcome.
I'll wrap it up by saying later Sage. Darius, by the way, I'm not gonna be like JJ and be like, nah, you don't count. You're in the Wookie, Raquel, Jens, Tommy, Jens again, and Edie Myers. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
And Bone. Thank you, Bone. Coming through. Cardi Kid, whap on, whap off. Jesus. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll be back next week
Night.
with let's see. Let me think of a movie right now. Okay. I already thought of it. I won't say it till next Wednesday though.
Okay.
Yeah. Darius will know and he could warn everybody. Have a good night.
Night.
Later.
Hugs.